Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday or Friday Junior, as I like to call it. Just trying to trick the old brain to, getting that week over a little quicker. Thanks for joining us, though. We are two severed heads. I am the Metal Mennonite, Steve, and with me, as he is always, other way, everything's opposite, is the Brampton Bearcat himself, Steve McGinnis. How's it going, Steve?
Good. How you doing, man?
Good. I missed it last week because I need glasses. Let's be honest here. I'm refusing. But
Are you holding out? Are you holding out on the glasses?
No, I need to go. It has to happen because my arm does not extend any further now to try and focus. So I'm at my limit.
That was me like 5 years ago, and I had to run to Shoppers to get a pair of those cheater glasses so I could see again.
Wubba lubba dub dub to you, Ryan. Thanks for joining us.
Yo.
Thanks for joining. Yeah, creepy kids, man. That's our topic this week. As you see behind me, we got the Village of the Damned. There are so many creepy kids in horror.
Definitely. I think children that are like creepy and undead just unsettle everyone, eh?
Yeah, for sure. They don't even have to do much.
Mm-mm.
They just have that aura that creeps us right the fuck out. So yeah, we're gonna talk creepy kids. We got a bunch that we're gonna talk about. If you got a creepy kid from a movie that creeps you out, or one that you think of, throw it in the comments, and we'll love to chat about it.
Maybe it's your own kid. Maybe it's someone else's kid. You know.
This is true. You know what? I thought about doing a small, just a little top 5. I was gonna find some real creepy kids, like children murderers, not people who killed children, but kids that killed, because there's a lot of them. And I just
really
thought, no, it got dark. It got real dark, and I abandoned.
Wow.
So we're gonna talk fictional creepy kids.
Cool.
And then, stick around after that. We got some the horror news of the week. Lots happening in the world of horror. And Steve watched Evil Dead Rise. So we are going to give you our very non-spoiler review. We don't want to ruin it for anybody that hasn't seen it yet. But we will give you our opinions on Evil Dead Rise. And, things that are Amish. Yes, Amish are creepy.
I've wanted to do that show for a while. Steve's been holding out.
Yes. Yeah. So I have family who lives up in Goderich, and I used to go up there in the summers and spend some time up there. They had a place right on Lake Huron, and my uncle would go into outside out of town and help this Amish family every once in a while. And I went with him the one time, and I had it was like early 90s. So I had a Bart Simpson t-shirt. It was like, don't have a cow, man, or eat my shorts or something.
Do the Bart man.
And the kid was like, what's that? And I was like, how do you not know what the Simpsons are? Like, have you been living in a box?
Yes, I have.
News and our review. So let's get down to it. We're talking creepy kids. Again, if you got a creepy kid, we'd love to have you throw it in the comments. They should have. You know what? We didn't have this in our news, but I did just hear Bruce Campbell say, he said he's actually starting to miss Ash.
Really? Ooh.
I think the best route here is because it's the physical part, right? That's been like the Ash versus Evil Dead really took a toll on them, and give us the next season post-apocalyptic Ash, but make it cartoon.
Ooh.
And then all Bruce has to do is come in and be the voice, nice and easy for him. They can go totally wild with the animation.
That's right.
That's what I want.
I like that.
Yeah.
But it has to be really good animation.
Yes, for sure. So let's get into the creepy kids that I have here. So I went way back. We kind of like to do these things chronological and go throughout history when we do these lists. So I went back to 1956. I'm sure there's some creepy kids in movies before that, but The Bad Seed.
Whoa. I don't know.
Patty
that.
McCormick. Actually, this movie had a few Oscar noms. She was nominated for Best Supporting Actress, and it was nominated for Best Cinematography.
Really?
Yeah.
I do not
This one
know
myself.
this.
But
Damn.
yeah. There's a few on this list that I have not seen that I'm definitely going to be checking out as happens seems every week when we dive into this stuff. I find out new stuff. And,
Exactly.
yeah.
Oh.
Of course, classic Village of the Damned.
That movie scared me as a kid.
Yeah, for sure. And we got the early 90s, a late 80s remake.
Yes.
With Christopher Reeves and Kirstie Alley.
Yeah.
And I think Mark Hamill was in that as well, wasn't he?
Really?
I believe so, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
If my memory serves me right.
I'll have to rewatch that.
Definitely creepy kids in that movie, though.
Oh, God. I know, eh?
Yeah.
Oof.
Next we go to, it wouldn't be a list if I didn't throw in an Italian horror film for my good buddy Steve McGinnis. So 1966, Kill Baby Kill from Mario Bava, famous Italian horror director. This movie actually, a lot of directors from the 70s and 80s actually said that this movie served as an inspiration to a lot of future horror directors.
Really?
Yeah.
Like good ones? Or like
yeah. I know.
Not just other Italian directors?
Yeah, no, again, not one I've seen, but
wow.
This next one, I haven't watched in a very long time, but I do remember it creeping me out. It just had it had a very Hitchcockian vibe to it.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, Mia Farrow, Rosemary's Baby. I mean, basically the devil, right?
Yeah.
It was basically the Damien.
That was so good.
Yeah. And I can't remember if they remade this one as well.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I didn't look it up, but
I don't think they did.
No, I think maybe it was a similar storyline, something I'm thinking of.
There's been a few where they kind of bring in the devil's child through someone else and all that good stuff. Yeah. Schwarzenegger did that. Remember that? End of Days or something like that? Where he was protecting that.
I never saw that one.
Really? Yeah, the devil was going to put a baby in this girl. He was protecting her and all this other stuff. Yeah, it was very close, but it was with Arnie.
Okay. Rosemary's Baby, though, Roman Polanski. This movie's 96% on Rotten Tomatoes still.
Wow.
Again, an Oscar nomination for best screenplay.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. As soon as I think of this next movie, all I think about is that piano.
Oh my God. Yeah. This movie still gives me the shivers.
Yeah. And there's no creepier kid than Reagan.
Oh, man. Just unreal, eh? And that spider walk they added later, like they found the footage and added later. That was nasty.
1973's The Exorcist scared the bejesus out of so many people. It's such a great cast, too. Ellen Burstyn, the great late Max von Sydow, and, of course, Linda Blair.
Yep. And remember when Max got hit in the face with that green pea soup?
Yes.
That was real disgust. This pea soup was supposed to hit him in the chest.
Oh, God.
And it actually got him in the face. And that was... that was true disgust when he was wiping it off. Like he was actually like disgusted and freaked out.
I'm sorry, not sorry, Ryan. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't blame you because it is scary.
Ryan hasn't seen that. We have to have like a Exorcist watching party with him.
Right. In the year it came out, 1973, this movie made $112 million off a $12 million budget. But to date, this movie has amassed $441 million.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, just one more time for Ryan if he's still watching. Sorry, buddy. This next movie, staying in the 70s here. I remember seeing this one a really long time ago, but I haven't seen it in so long. I don't remember it.
Alice, Sweet Alice. I know of it, but I can't really say if I've seen it.
This was Brooke Shields' screen debut.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Definitely the first Halloween. It's coming up on our list for sure. Alice, Sweet Alice, though. Yeah. Brooke's film debut. It was a twin. I think it was a twin thing, if I'm remembering correctly. And,
like the old twin.
And you thought it was the twin killing, but I think maybe it was actually her or something like that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I can't remember what the twist was there, but definitely one I have to go back and rewatch.
I got to check that out.
As someone just mentioned, yeah, Halloween, 1978. Yeah, Ooh. 1978 Halloween. I mean, we only see it briefly.
Yes.
At the beginning of the movie.
Young Michael Myers.
Peace, man.
See you, Rye. I'm amazed this kid hasn't done the con scene.
Yeah, right?
You think he'd be cashing in with all this like horror con scene? You think he'd be doing the tour?
For sure. Yeah, maybe he is. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to have to look him up after.
He'd just be a few years older than us.
Yeah, for sure. This wouldn't be a creepy kid list without The Omen.
Yes. Man.
1976, Harvey Stevens as Damien. The great Gregory Peck was in this one. Spawned 3 sequels, all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, for 1976, this movie came out $2.8 million to make it, and it made $60 million.
We could almost do a deep dive into that movie too. A lot of odd happenings happened during the filming of that movie too, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a show that we have to do for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Cursed films, basically.
Ooh, yeah.
On Shudder, basically.
Yeah.
But again, this is one I haven't watched in a very long time, but definitely would like to watch it again.
I just watched it recently.
Did you?
Yeah, love it.
And there was a 2006 remake. I don't remember that.
I don't remember it at all.
No, yeah, it's probably for the best.
Yes.
Yeah. We can't have any of these lists without throwing in someone I love, and the guy is an absolute marvel when it comes to making films. And David Cronenberg is The Brood.
That was crazy.
Yeah. This one was ranked 88th on the scariest movies of all time.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. I haven't seen that movie in like probably 20 years, man.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's not one of those Cronenberg movies that I always go back to. Like I always go back and watch, a lot of the early 70s ones, but that's always one that I seem to skip over.
Wow. Yeah. I haven't even thought of that one till you just brought it up.
Yeah. This movie, next one, these girls, I hope I get a chance to meet them. I know they do the con circuit, but these girls, they messed me up bad, man.
Oh God, the twins.
The twins in The Shining. Every time I get out of a hotel elevator, like I always, if I can help it, I ask for the room closest to the elevator because I don't want to walk down the freaking hallway. Because hotels always have creepy, weird carpeting.
Yes, they do.
God,
I know those two. It's almost their emotionless faces. They're like dolls.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And just the way they hold hands in unison as they turn
yeah. I know, their creep factor huge.
So good. Lisa and Louise Burns playing the twins there, and of course
really?
Danny Torrance as Danny Lloyd, Danny Lloyd as Danny Torrance, who was also kind of creepy.
Yes, very.
a little bit with his
With his little talking finger,
yeah.
Tony.
Tony that lives in the back of his mouth or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to hate on this next creepy kid, but I mean, I felt bad. I did feel bad, but she still creeped me out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Carol Ann was a victim for sure, played by Heather O'Rourke. This movie, I didn't know this movie was directed by Tobe Hooper.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I had no idea.
Me neither.
1982 is Poltergeist, though. I remember watching that movie with my neighbors. They were the only family on the block that had a Beta, and so that we'd rent everything and just watch it. And they'd leave the room, and that was bad because we watched shit we should have been watching at very young ages.
Oh, the 80s.
And I remember there was a long bush line between our houses, and then there was an alleyway, a stone alleyway, and then my house. And at the end of the bush was this huge tree.
Oh shit!
And as I'm leaving his house, I just finished watching the Poltergeist. As I'm walking around on the porch, I'm thinking, "Oh fuck, I got to go around that tree."
You're just waiting for
the anxiety. And I remember I leapt off that porch, ran, jumped over the bushes to avoid going around the tree, tucked and rolled onto this stone alleyway and into my house.
That's awesome. That movie traumatized me with the clown and everything. Oh my God.
I think that is the reason for a lot, at least everyone born past that, for the fear of clown thing.
Yeah.
I hear that a lot.
Yes. That clown, when he grabbed the kid and everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Amber's not a fan of clowns. I know that. And I know Poltergeist is part of the reason, at least.
Is that what got her too?
Yeah. I know it's at least part of the reason for sure.
Ugh.
Yeah. It seems like there's always a story. The reason we love horror films is because of the way it makes us feel, and I can channel those emotions from like a very young age. Like I'm almost 50, and I can remember things from 40 years ago when I think about these horror movies.
You know what I mean, Poltergeist?
Yeah.
I freaking hate clowns. The only clown I trust is Captain Spaulding because he owns it. The only clown I like is Captain Spaulding because he owns who he is. Dressing up to go to a child's party in a clown guy is creepy as shit.
It is kind of weird.
Yeah.
That is a little.
It's a weird way to make a living.
Yeah.
We're not trying to clown shame, though. We're not trying to clown shame.
No.
Children of the Corn, though. Again,
Ooh.
This is when I went back and rewatched, and it's not great.
Really?
Not a great movie. But in the 80s, it was. And it definitely had a great feel to it. It had a very creepy fact. Just that town alone, like Gateway, Nebraska, out in the middle of nowhere. And just that, if you've ever traveled and you roll into these towns that are, people know right away you're an outsider.
Yeah. And we have a lot of them in Southern Ontario, like a lot of little towns as you go up north. You could literally drive through many of those little towns.
Yeah. Yeah. You blink and you miss them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, though, watching this movie with my much older cousins up north in Goderich, Ontario, and then making the drive to Kitchener the next day to catch the bus the rest of the way home, I had to go to the washroom really bad. And he's like, "All right," pulls over in the cornfield. He's like, "Get out, go." I'm like, "No, I'll hold it. I will hold it."
Your bladder bursts by the time you get there, right?
Yeah, no, it wasn't happening. It was not happening. But yeah, Malachi and
Malachi was a crazy ginger one.
Yeah, Malachi was Courtney Gaines. Isaac was the real creepy kid.
He was the leader.
John Franklin.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he still looks the same, eh? Isaac?
He does.
Yeah, because he does the contours here and there.
That's the picture. Actually, when I was looking this up, the picture I saw of him was him doing a panel. Yeah.
Yeah, he still looks the same. A touch older, but he looks like that.
Yeah. Great performance, though, regardless of maybe the production just not holding up as well as it should have. But great movie nonetheless. And super, super creepy kid. Also starring Linda Hamilton.
Yes. I forgot that.
That's right. Based on a Stephen King short story.
Oh yeah, a lot of his short stories get made into full features, like the
Mhm.
new up and coming Boogeyman.
Sticking with Stephen King,
Oh yeah.
very young Drew Barrymore playing, I mean, not super creepy, but the potential,
Yes.
the potential alone.
That movie could have had huge, I don't know, like a much darker, deeper story, and they just didn't go for it. You know what I mean?
And it's another one of those movies that like it just had a fantastic cast, like Martin Sheen, David Keith, George C. Scott.
Yeah. All of them A-listers.
Yeah.
Like, man.
I almost forgot this next one, and I was like, "Damn, how did I forget this next movie?" Because one, it's a creepy kid, super creepy kid, and two, having just met her a few years ago at a con, and she was just absolutely the sweetest lady. And of course, I'm talking about Felissa Rose playing
Oh
Angela
yeah.
Baker in Sleepaway Camp.
She is the sweetest human.
She is, but she made for one creepy kid.
Wow, that ending though, right? Whew.
Even the scenes where she's just being quiet and sitting and like she had total like I shouldn't describe it that way, that's gonna get us canceled, but creepy kid vibe.
Yeah. That ending almost traumatized me with just the fact that the mouth was hanging open and that weird
I love when I met her with my daughter that she insisted that we do the pose for the picture, and we were all doing that.
Oh no way.
Yeah, I should have had the picture ready for her.
You should have. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Another creepy kid. This movie gave me the creeps. It was unsettling for a very long time.
Oh yes, Gage. Oh
Yeah, the very first Pet Cemetery, super creepy, man.
that was rough. That
The
movie.
sister,
Man. When he cut the guy's Achilles tendon with that scalpel.
yes,
Ooh,
yeah, old Herman Munster.
yeah. That was rough, man.
Yeah, and then the wife coming in at the end. Whoa.
Oh man. That was Tasha Yar from Star Trek.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah,
Oh man. Yeah, that little face though, eh? Oh my god.
just the evil in that young face.
I know,
You
right?
didn't take away the scalpel, and it's just pure evil.
Yeah. Ah. Yeah, that freaks me out.
Great casting for sure.
Yeah.
This is not one I'm not familiar with, but it's a trauma movie, so I had to throw it in there.
Beware
Beware Children at Play.
I do not know this.
Loosely based on an old English poem called Beowulf.
Really?
Yeah. It's about kids in a small Jersey town being indoctrinated into a cannibalistic cult
Whoa.
that lives in the woods.
Wow. Now, is it as schlocky as his normal stuff, or is it more?
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna have to look into this
Mm-hmm.
because Lloyd's stuff is usually pretty schlocky and all that.
It is, and we love him for it.
Yeah, like Uncle Lloyd's great.
If you follow me, if you follow my page, and you get a chance to see the picture of me meeting Uncle Lloyd, I had just met Kevin Smith for the second or third time, but it was a great experience. And Kevin and Jay are super great. But the elation on my face in that picture with me and Uncle Lloyd Kaufman, oh my god, like that was. I was 13 again, and I was just like,
no way. I think I'm still one of the only people on this planet that has not met him, and I want to meet him so bad.
Yeah, I was super starstruck, and I don't get we do these cons all the time. I've hosted panels,
Exactly.
I've interviewed so many people. I don't really usually get starstruck, but I was starstruck. Uncle Lloyd's the shit.
Yes, he is,
and super did not disappoint. Super fucking nice guy.
He's one of the most positive people I've seen. You know what I mean? Like, he's just awesome.
Yeah. I was hesitant on adding this next one because horror movie. Yeah. Horror themed movie, yes, but great performance
Yeah.
as Wednesday Addams. Christina Ricci was super creepy.
Yes, for sure. Definitely.
Creepy
Lord of the
as hell.
Flies.
You're right, Ryan.
You're right.
I searched high and low for that movie a few years ago, having not seen it in years, and I did find it, and I can't remember where. I think I might have even watched it on YouTube.
Wow.
But yeah, what a fucking movie, man.
Like I remember in school they played it and it was a black and white version. If you can imagine that. Then they remade it in the later 80s or 90s.
Yeah, that's the one I remember.
I remember the black and white one, and even still, it was brutal, man.
Yeah, poor Piggy.
Oh God.
Poor Piggy. Yeah, that's messed up. That was a good movie.
It's kind of a true mirror to society, though, right?
Yeah,
that's why it's so ugly.
Yeah, for sure. It's what did I want to say? It's Blue Lagoon gone bad.
Exactly.
I know I've seen this next one, but probably not since it came out in 1992 or ish, within a few years. But this movie was banned in the UK, saying that it was harmful to young viewers.
Whoa, Mikey, I do not know this one.
Brian Bonsall as Mikey. Yeah, I definitely remember watching this movie.
Wow.
But I don't really remember it.
I don't remember this at all.
Yeah.
I recognize the kid.
Yes, he definitely grew up and was in some other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Little loose on the kid part on this one. Maybe not technically a horror movie, but it's definitely a scary situation.
Oh, The Crush? Definitely.
Yeah. Great performances again by Carrie Elwes and Alicia Silverstone playing a 14-year-old, Carrie playing a writer renting like a loft basically over their garage or something like that.
Yeah. That was a nightmare situation.
Yeah. And it's, we still haven't gotten to a point where like accusations ruin people at this point. Like it doesn't even have to happen. Accusations ruin people. One in particular that's been in the news lately was it was a Buffalo Bills punter. He was drafted, I think, in 2020 or 2021.
Really?
And, there were some accusations that came out basically right away about alleged rape that had happened during his college years. And something that he was apparently part of. The Bills dropped him right away. He just got exonerated. He wasn't even there. Totally exonerated. I mean, it cost this kid tens of millions of dollars. Like,
oh yeah. Did the Bills pick him back up?
The Bills have not picked him back up, but he is definitely. He said he came out with a statement, and I'm paraphrasing here. He basically said that the problem with things like this is I've been proven innocent in the court of public opinion, but the problem is the news doesn't like to report on the redemption part of it.
No, they don't.
So he sent tapes out and training videos and stuff, hoping to get picked up to a bunch of NFL teams, hoping that the publicity. People, understand that he was innocent, and hopefully he can get his life back on track.
I hope so, man. I hate hearing that.
Yeah. I say, people who make any kind, it doesn't have to be rape. Any people that make false accusations, they should face double of whatever the penalty was for the original charge.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah. We live in a society where people are guilty before proven innocent. It's just we need to. The justice system is so broken.
Oh, you're not kidding, man.
Yes.
Ooh, yes, and a scary adult.
I mean, have you seen his music videos?
Yes. He's Michael Jackson too.
Yes. Good answer, Ryan, for sure. This next one,
Oh, The Good Son. Oh man.
So yeah, when I was putting this list together, me and Amber watched this a few nights ago, and great movie. Still really holds up. Man.
He's a creepy little bugger in it, eh?
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood. Elijah's mother passes, and while his dad's trying to get their life settled, he goes to stay with family. Macaulay Culkin being the son of the family, and so many scenes in this movie. I mean, where they kill the dog.
Yes.
With that bolt action rifle kind of thing that he made, and a scene I seem to remember this scene being cut out of the theatrical version, or at least shortly thereafter, because people were actually doing this. The Mr. Highway scene.
Oh, where he laid on the highway.
He throws the dummy over the
Yes.
overpass and causes a freaking
That chain
pile-on.
reaction. Yes.
Yeah,
They pulled that out.
I seem to remember that being pulled because people were doing that.
Oh,
And I know there was a case recently where it was in the States. There was four kids involved, I think. They were all minors. Three of them basically ended up getting probation or less. And the eldest one was tried as an adult. I think he did like 2 or 3 years or something like that. But they were throwing little rocks and filming it, and I guess there was text afterwards about them laughing about it. But then the big finale was this huge rock that they dropped over the overpass, went through a windshield, and caved in this poor guy's face that was in the passenger seat of a van just on his way home. Died on the way to the hospital.
Well, yeah.
He was like a father of 3 too. It's just like, and the kid does 3 years, and these kids get probation. It's like when they were laughing about it on text messages afterwards.
Exactly. Wow. That's brutal.
One scene in particular, though, where Elijah was falling and Macaulay grabs his hand. He says, "If I let go, do you think you could fly?"
Yeah, he was an evil little bugger, eh?
Yeah, from Home Alone to Home Alone, if it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't forget how creepy Haley Joel Osment was in No, sorry. I mean, everything. He was creepy. He was a creepy kid.
He is. Yeah.
But when he saw dead people, definitely freaked people out.
Yeah, that was wow. Like when the woman on the bike came up to the car and all that, that was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Haley. Come on the show. It would be lovely. I loved Tusk. So I really did. I'm that one guy. I'm that guy. Actually, when we were doing our photo op at Fan Expo Toronto with Kevin and Jay, his daughter, she was in the room for the photo ops, and I came in and I mentioned to her, I said, I loved Yoga Hosers. And Kevin's like, he's like, you're that one guy. I said, yeah, that's me.
No way. That is awesome. We found him.
Yeah. I went with the Japanese versions on these next two, but the American versions, they were good movies, but I'm sorry, but the Japanese versions, the kids were way fucking creepier.
For sure.
Just something about Japanese and Korean horror is just, they just know how to do it so well.
Even those movies even now make the hair on the back of my neck stand up.
Do you remember this scene from I think it was the beginning?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
Oh.
That was brutal, man.
Yeah, that was creepy.
Oh man. Yeah, Rick Baker made that that dummy of that girl.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
That was brutal, man. What a way to open a film.
Yeah, right. The Japanese version, Ringu, 1998, made for 1.5 million. It did 19.4, but the US version, made for $48 million, made $249 million.
Whoa.
And starred Naomi Watts and Brian Cox.
Damn.
And I love Brian Cox. Brian Cox is fucking
Yeah.
good. He's just so good.
I think with the Japanese and the Korean horror, what's terrifying about it is you can't get away. Like you're not getting away when it sets its eyes on you, whatever evil's there. And you're pretty much done.
Yeah. A couple years later, we got Ju-on.
Oh yes, The Grudge.
Of course, The Grudge, as it's known here in America. Again, didn't do spectacularly well in Japan or overseas. Only made about $3.7 million.
Wow.
But the U.S. version cost $10 million to make and made $187.3 million.
Wow.
Yeah, just monster films.
The noise that kid made in The Grudge. Oh,
yes, man. Yes.
Yeah, that still haunts me.
This next one, this is another one of those ones, and it's not as old, so I should remember it more. But again, old, so I know I've seen this movie.
Oh yes, Hide and Seek. De Niro.
Yeah, with a very young Dakota Fanning.
Oh my God, that's right.
Elizabeth Shue was in this as well. Robert De Niro, of course. Famke Janssen. 12% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
The girls from Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, the little girls in the white dresses. Yeah.
Good call, Ryan. No, I did not have that one.
Or the little kid from the Twilight Zone. Remember that? He used to send people into the field.
Yes.
He could read your thoughts. Yeah.
This next one is a Swedish movie. I haven't seen, but it's 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's about a 12-year-old bullied kid who befriends another strange and unusual kid. It's based off a novel of the same name and is banned in multiple countries.
Love this movie. Love this movie.
So you've seen the Swedish version?
Yes.
Yeah.
By far better than the American.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. No, this is one of the ones that I put on my list. It's definitely a must-watch for me.
It is. You will love it.
Good. That's good to hear. I'm glad you were able to give me some insight on that.
Yeah. Oh man. Have you seen the American version?
I haven't seen the American version either. So.
Oh wow. After you watch it, you must contact me. It is. Yeah. I want to hear your thoughts.
All right. Yeah. Definitely like what I read about it. So.
It's, you know what? It's almost a roller coaster ride. It's heart-wrenching, and then it's hard to explain, but wow. Yeah, as a bullied kid when I was a kid and everything, it's just like wow, like something else.
Oh, I look forward to it. Sticking on the other side of the pond, this next one is a Spanish horror film, 85% on Rotten Tomatoes, $4 million budget. This movie made $78.6 million and got just over 10 minutes standing ovation at Cannes. And that is, where was I?
Oh, The Orphanage.
The Orphanage.
Wow. Yes. That mask and the design was amazing. Look at how creepy that is.
Right?
Oh.
New Line actually owns the rights to this, but have yet to make a North American remake.
I hope they don't. I don't know. I really like the first one.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I haven't. No.
Oh man, it's got some serious creep factor.
Yeah. No. That's another one that's on. I got about 5 of these that were on our list tonight that I definitely need to watch.
Nice.
This next one.
Oh, The Orphan. Yeah.
Orphan. Isabel Furman as Esther.
And they just remade a prequel.
Right.
But everyone else had to wear lifts because it was a prequel and they wanted her to look smaller and everything like that. It was really odd.
I remember you and I talking about it and the fact that it was a prequel. Yeah, we're like, she's so much older now.
Yeah, I think she was in her 20s at that point when
it's weird.
Yeah, they should have just recast.
This movie, though, it was not well received by adoption agencies. Yeah, it stirred up a lot of controversy. Drew a lot of hate from adoption agencies when this movie came out for sure. And I mean, you can't blame them, but it
I
did
can
well.
totally see that.
It made $80 million. So
wow.
yeah. Again, this is one I don't remember, but I know I've watched it. 2009's Case 39.
I have not seen that.
Yeah, this is a Renee Zellweger, Bradley Cooper, Ian McShane, and Jodelle Ferland as Lily.
No, I do not know this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know I've seen it, and I just don't remember.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe I have to go back and watch.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
I couldn't not include a movie, that featured the Lambert family.
Nice.
James Wan's Insidious, of course, features the story of the Lambert family, head by Patrick Wilson.
I love all these movies.
Yeah, I know you're a big fan of these. Again, one of those monster movies. The original was made for 1.5 and made $100 million.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I think that movie, the ending, took about 5 years off my life. When that demon flashed behind the dad, and it was just for a brief second, and you were kind of like, holy shit, did I see something? And I got some gray after that.
Do you remember when Ezra Miller was basically just creepy in life?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not sorry because we're never going to have him on the show. So, but yeah, there was a movie. Again, not really a horror movie, but it was intense. It was definitely a thriller. And John C. Reilly is a fucking fantastic actor when he's in dramatic roles. I know
when he's away from Will Ferrell, he's good.
But he's a fantastic actor.
He's a talent vacuum, right? Like he sucks the talent out of people. I think he's a vampire.
John C. Reilly, Tilda Swinton, and Ezra Miller in We Need to Talk About Kevin.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Definitely a creepy kid.
I did not know that was Ezra Miller.
And
wow.
Grew into creepy adult.
Damn.
I just watched. I didn't watch it during its original run, but we just binge watched Californication.
Oh, really?
And Ezra Miller plays David Duchovny's daughter's boyfriend when she's like a young teenager.
Really?
Like 13, 14 years old. Yeah, and it's a very, very young Ezra Miller. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
No, it was a good series. I enjoyed it.
Damn.
Very funny. Very funny.
With Duchovny, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I knew it was a popular show, and when it was on, it was just, it was just one of those ones that, you can't watch everything.
No.
But I went back and started watching it, and yeah, we blew through it. It was so funny.
Really?
It to me, it was one of those shows along the lines of like a Weeds or where it's just, every show they kind of solved one thing, but then three more fucked up things happen.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just chaos, and more chaos, and it's hilarious. I really, really enjoyed it.
That's awesome. Ooh.
Sinister.
That movie is at a different level, man.
Yeah.
It actually made me jump a few parts, like that lawnmower part and everything like that when they were videotaping that.
Yeah,
that made me jump.
Had that in our top kills.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I thought I had the actress's name, but I don't. But yeah, Ethan Hawke. This next one is a 2022 movie. Haven't seen it. Stars Naomi Watts and twin brothers Ellis and Lucas.
Oh, I've seen this. Good Night, Mommy.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I enjoyed it. Twilight Zone. It's good luck. Yes. I think that's the one that I was talking about.
That is the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It
Yeah, good
as
call.
far as psychological thriller, it is really good. Good Night, Mommy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
You have to watch it.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, I will make sure that one is on the list. This is one I didn't watch this one. I love Laura Cohen in most things she does, but I just couldn't bring myself to watch this one.
The Boy, I watched it.
Did you?
Yeah. I like her too. I loved her in Walking Dead and everything like that.
Yeah.
And you know what? The movie opened really good and then just fell apart in like the third and fourth act. It just, yeah.
Yeah,
The story was there, but then all of a sudden it seemed like the writers just went, okay, just go with it. And then that was it and gave up.
This next one featured a creepy kid, but I mean, she was definitely cast beautifully. Her performance was fantastic. Millie Shapiro in Hereditary.
Yeah. Oh,
Of course, so also starring Toni Collette and Gabriel Breen.
such an intense performance, eh?
Yeah, so good.
Oh, heartbreaking.
Yeah. Solid 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. I would have thought this movie would be higher.
Same.
Yeah, it's so good.
Wow.
But yeah, that's those are our creepy kids. And again, we got a few minutes left here. So if you got another creepy kid, feel free to throw it in the comments. We're gonna review Evil Dead Rise in a few minutes. Steve and I will give you our opinions, spoiler free, on Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah, we won't mention that it was awesome when Bruce came back and everything like that. Oh man.
But first, before we get to the news and our review, we do have to pay the bills. And has your insurance company denied your child coverage because technically he might not be alive after you buried him in some creepy pet cemetery? Did you lose your shirt in the stock market after corn prices plummeted it for some incident in Gatland, Nebraska? Or have you simply been traumatized and are now unable to even walk down long hallways with creepy carpeting because you didn't want to play forever? Then you need to call Lobster Shark Attorney at Claw. They have lawyers waiting for you to take care of you and your needs. That's, whoops. I don't want it to loop. I don't want it to loop.
Attorney at Claw.
Again,
Lobster Shark, Attorney at Claw.
give them a call. They're waiting for you. But yeah.
And with an ad like that, you know they got bucks, man.
Right. Yes. And they will go to any lengths to help you out. So give them a call. I promise we'll get that number one of these days. All right. News time. Lots happening this week in horror news. Of course, Evil Dead Rise is now the biggest grossing movie in the franchise. Has surpassed $131.8 million. Evil Dead, the first one, was made for about $300,000. Made 2.7, pretty good.
That is.
Second one made for 3.5, only made 6 million.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that one became the hit that it was later on.
Yes, it became a cult classic.
On video, yeah. Army of Darkness did a little better, $11 million budget, made 21.5. And of course, the 2013 version, it did well, made almost $100 million, 97.5. So yeah, 131 million for Evil Dead Rise now.
That's crazy.
Yeah. People are loving it. So
I think we're in another horror renaissance right now with horror movies.
We really
If you
are.
look, I think it's happening.
yeah, we really are. This movie's finally getting made. We've known for a while they've been adding cast members right and left for the new Beetlejuice movie, and we just found out that along with Monica Bellucci, Jenna Ortega, Mike Keaton, we also have William Dafoe joining the cast.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's so cool, man.
Yeah, I love William Dafoe. Although I did not like his last movie. I can't remember what it was called, but it's
Was it
basically
The Lighthouse?
no. He breaks into this high end apartment to steal. I think it's like a piece of art or something like that, and then can't break out.
Really?
And this guy's like some multi-billionaire businessman, and he's across seas for business or something like that. So he's not going to be home for like weeks, which is why he planned it for this, and ends up getting stuck in this apartment and can't get out.
Oh shit!
It was
Not good.
It's not good.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, I can't remember the name, but you're not missing out. Sorry, Will. We know that they've started filming on Welcome to Derry.
Nice.
Yeah, looking forward to this.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. Love anything Pennywise.
We got a little bit of a teaser for Dead City, of course, the Maggie and Negan story, which is still really fucking weird to me, but
It is.
I'm gonna give it a try. And just AMC really just dropped the ball on these sequels. I know it's hard to keep stuff under wraps in the day and age we live in, but to know that Daryl wasn't going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Carol was originally attached to that, but then dropped out. And now with the Negan and thing, you know what I mean? It's just like you took the potential of their deaths away from us from the final season of The Walking Dead. So
Exactly. There's no more like, is he going to live through this or what? Like, and you're right. Negan and Maggie should not be a team at all. Right? Like he bashed pretty much her husband's head in with a baseball bat.
like, is he going to start to call him daddy? I'm going to try it out, obviously.
Yeah, I'll give it a whirl.
We know that Exorcist Believer will be out in October. We don't have an exact date yet, but will be out in October. So
Cool.
look for that. You said that they had some test audiences.
Yeah, it did not test well. I just heard that the other day that everything came back negative.
Well, maybe we'll get a pushback, and maybe they'll go back and reshoot some stuff or re-edit or something. So hopefully it does well. I'm looking forward to.
Me too.
I think the story's got potential. We're far enough removed from the original that I think we could do something really fun with this. So,
fingers crossed.
Yeah. I don't have the website, unfortunately, where you can get this, but I mean, you can Google it after the show. The Halloween board game is going to be available. Thanks a lot for joining, man. Appreciate you tuning in.
Yeah, see you, Ryan.
Yeah, this game. So basically, it's one player gets to be Michael and gets to stalk the other players.
Oh my God. Why would you show me this? I am going to be ordering this the minute we are done.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it looks fun for sure. Yeah, so that's the horror news. We got our Metal Minute, which we will do at the end of our review. So Evil Dead Rise, I saw it opening nights. Steve, you just watched it. Give me your thoughts first.
You know what? Okay, I liked it. I really liked it. Outside of the fact that it's not a schlocky, typical Sam Raimi Evil Dead movie, like it could have stood on its own with a different name, away from the franchise, I thought.
I agree.
Yeah. But the gore level and the realism of the gore was outstanding. Like, I thought it was unbelievable.
Yeah, they actually had to. So, spoiler, if you didn't know, the elevator scene in The Shining, that was actually a model.
Yeah.
So it seemed like a lot of blood, but really wasn't. This new Evil Dead movie, they actually had to build an on-site kitchen to produce the amount of fake blood they needed for this movie.
Wow.
Yeah. And like you said, the gore level was intense.
Yeah. Like the cheese grater and everything. Oh, man.
It had some great kills. It had some great throwbacks to the originals. I do agree that it probably could have stood on its own with a few tweaks to the story to not make it, exactly Evil Dead.
Yeah.
It was that good. It could have stood on its own. Was it an Evil Dead movie per se? My girlfriend, she was expecting, classic Evil Dead, which I knew this wasn't going to be that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to fault it for trying to I guess evolve, but I really enjoyed it as a movie. Just Evil Dead or not, I really liked it.
Yeah, same. I really enjoyed it. If you can almost same here. I really enjoyed it, but I do miss the schlockiness of Raimi and Campbell.
Yeah, and we're not that far removed from Ash versus Evil Dead, which kept that. So It's like,
I think they should have went. I don't know. I think with the last movie and this one, it should have took a different path and stood on its own, or start their own series.
Do you think there's a middle ground where we can have some of that schlockiness or campiness and the intense gore and the darker feel?
I don't know because these last two Evil Deads, they are so dark and like grimy and like there's nothing happy or laughable in the whole film. So I don't know.
Yeah, like me and we're both not huge fans of the last one, the last remake, but the final moments was
insane.
It was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the opening. I enjoyed the opening of that last one. Like, yeah. But you're right, those final moments. Whew.
So definitely go out and check out Evil Dead Rise. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Same here.
And that's our review. We got our Metal Minute, and coming this summer, we know that I can't remember which one of them is not. I think one of them has a heart condition now, so they said that ICP said they will no longer be touring per se, but they still will do shows. They did promise their fans one final tour, which hasn't happened yet. But of course, every summer there's the gathering of the Juggalos, and this is happening this summer. I think it's June 5th weekend in Ohio, and it's gonna have July 5th through 9th in Thornville, Ohio, featuring ICP, Alien Ant Farm, City Morgue, and Kung Fu Vampire.
Oh my God!
It's
imagine all the neckbeards there. And if you can afford those tickets, you can afford deodorant, guys. So when you go to that show, you put on that deodorant.
Stones that you're rubbing on your armpit, they don't work. They don't work. Don't believe Brad Pitt. I expect the last place for a story for us for the Metal Minute to come from a GameStop. A GameStop parking lot at midnight for the release of the new Zelda game. But that's where our next story come from. Parents began filming as young kids started a circle pit outside of GameStop waiting for the new Zelda game to come out at midnight.
Oh my God. Please tell me there's some Cannibal Corpse playing.
I know, right?
There's a band there. Yeah, because they got to be playing something.
Yes, there was a band, yeah.
Oh my God, that is awesome.
Yeah, there is video of this. You can find it and go check it out after the show. I highly recommend it. It's
man, I got to see this.
Yeah. That's I think that's it. I did have one more story, and I want to look up the guy's name because I don't want to get it wrong. But former Suicidal Tendencies drummer and Marilyn Manson drummer Brandon Petsborn is joining the Offspring.
Whoa. Yeah, because they booted their drummer a little while ago over
over COVID, I think.
Over the COVID thing, yeah.
The vaccine, that's right.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I was a big Suicidal Tendencies fan.
Yeah. I like the early days of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like You Can't Bring Me Down and everything like that. Love Suicidal.
I think the first cassette I bought from them was so look up cassettes after if you don't know what that is. Was Still Psycho After All These Years.
Oh, no way.
And I kind of just delved back into their early stuff. And
nice.
Yeah. There's some great tracks on that one, though. I Shot Reagan, I Saw Your Mommy. which is that's so funny.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's the show, everybody. We'll be back in 2 weeks, probably. Maybe.
Yeah, we should. It'll be like
Yeah.
the show before the con.
Yeah, we should be. So yeah, come out to Niagara Falls Comic Con, second weekend of June in Niagara Falls at the Scotiabank Center. Steve will be there. You can go to their site and find
Metal
us.
Mennonite will be there.
I'll be there. My other half, brother from another mother, Zeus, will be there as well.
Yes.
We'll be having lots of fun with everybody there. So come say hi to us. Stop at Steve's table. And next show, not sure what our topic will be, but we will definitely be discussing the Chainsaw Awards, which happens this Sunday. We will be talking about all the winners on our next show. So don't miss that.
Nice.
Look forward to the Chainsaw Awards every year.
I know, right?
Yeah. Anything else to add, bud?
No, I'm good, man.
Yeah. All right. We always seem to just time this perfect.
Nice.
Thanks to everyone who joined this week. You want a Chainsaw Award? I mean, yeah. Hey, they're out there for the taking, man. You just got to bring something really fucking awesome. So yeah. Thanks everybody who joined us and commented tonight. We love the interaction with like-minded horror fans. So yeah, for Steve McGinnis, the Brampton Bearcat, for myself, the Metal Mennonite, we bid you adieu. And we got one more comment here. I want to make sure I get it.
Working on it.
Hey,
come on, Kevin, work on that.
Right on, buddy. Hey, we need you. We need good horror minds. Thanks for joining, everybody. This has been another episode of Two Separate Heads. And remember, shop smart, shop that smart. See you later, everybody. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Peace.